Hi guys! So we are starting our 6th and final week of the online college algebra class. Congratulations for making it this far. I know it's been very fast-paced, a lot of work, but you've hung in there, so good job. Okay, so this week we need to finish up Chapter 7, Module 6, on the systems of equations and matrices. Make sure, if you haven't already, checked out the extra videos that are associated with that. I do show you how to use the calculator to get the reducer echelon form of the matrix that makes the work a lot easier. So please make sure you're checking that out. I don't consider that a cheat. I'm wanting you to use the technology. Once you've got everything done for Chapter 7, then we need to start focusing on the final exam. So if you recall from the syllabus, there are two parts to that. There is a portfolio portion and an exam portion. The exam is a typical exam. It's going to be in XYZ. It will open or be available as of Monday morning at 8 a.m. There's no prerequisite for it this time, but if you haven't done all the work prior to this, you're going to be struggling. So if you've missed anything, make sure you go back and review in the review mode, see what was on the chapter test, see if you can understand as much as you can, and prepare. So looking at old chapter tests is your absolute best preparation for this final exam. Once you do log in, it's going to be timed. You have 2.5 hours to complete 50 questions. There is going to be one major difference with this test and the other tests we've had this semester, and that is that you have to write out some sort of justification or explanation of your answer for all of your problems. That work will then need to be submitted in Blackboard assignments. Failure to do so is going to cause you to lose half the credit of the exam. So I want to see that you are doing this, you're writing out the problems. Number 1, how do I know that's the answer? Number 2, how did I get that answer? Number 3, why is this the answer? Etc. All right, so you'll need to make sure that you upload that into Blackboard assignments. The test will close at midnight on the 16th, which is Thursday, and I will expect the written work to be submitted in Blackboard no later than 6 a.m. on Friday morning. And then I will do my best to get all your grades done over next weekend. All right, the other portion of our final is a portfolio portion. This is similar to what we've been doing in the discussions. So let's go ahead. I want to remind you of one thing before I go there. If I go to my grades, and I look for one of those discussion items. So like here is equations and inequalities module. There's a little thing underneath there that says view rubric. Or the functions module, it says view rubric. I'll click either one of those and it brings up the module, what was required to get a certain number of points. And if I have submitted this and gotten it graded and I didn't get full points, there should be some feedback with each of those telling me why I didn't get the full points. So if you're curious as to how come I'm not getting the grade I would like on these, what did I miss, make sure you're checking out that view rubric to get those details. Okay, so let's go to assignments. I'm giving you a preview here. You'll scroll down and there is going to be a final portfolio. There will also be below this a final written work for the XYZ exam link. But for right now, there is a final portfolio, and when you click on that, it's going to bring up something that looks like, oh, that's not it. Let's try this. There we go. Okay, so it's going to bring up we don't need all that. 3 groups of outcomes. So learning group 1, learning outcomes group 2, and learning outcomes group 3. All of them are going to require that I do the same thing, and that is, first off, which one am I discussing? So make sure you spell it out exactly as it's written there. Give me the complete learning outcome. We've had a little trouble with that in the discussions. Second part is, what did you know about this coming into the class? Give me some examples. Again, look at that rubric to see what I'm looking for there. Identify what assignments helped you develop your skill and mastery of this outcome. Now, every one of our things have had at least 2. Most of them had 3 or 4. So be looking for things, make sure you're covering all your bases here. It might not be just in one chapter. It might have been covered in several chapters throughout the course. Then the last part. Now, these first three, they can all be typed. If you want to just type that into Word, that's fine. But the last one, I want to see your handwritten work. Okay, so if you don't have access to a printer so that you can print this out and write this in, then go ahead and write it on another piece of paper and take a clear image of it and upload that image as your work for this. Okay, just insert that image here in your table. Okay, the rubric will be on the last page. So once again, I'm not hiding how you're getting your grades. I'm spelling it out as clearly as I can. If you're having questions about what that criteria is, please let me know. That must be submitted by noon on Thursday. Okay, so I'm requiring that be submitted a little bit earlier than the exam portion. All right, but it's also going to open a little earlier. I'm going to make that available on Sunday morning, this coming Sunday. All right, so I think that answers and gives you a heads up for everything that's coming up. I will be online again Monday at noon, so please jump online if you have some questions, or always you can email me and I try to get back to you as quickly as I can. It's been great to work with you guys this summer. I hope you've had a good experience and have a great week and good luck on that exam.